The keys to success for any new employee at Michigan State University are using the resources around you.
Recognize that just hard work and being prepared, that good old Spartan work ethic will go a long way.
Although your department is your home, there are plenty of other great things going on around campus which you can take advantage of.
If you really try and come in and experience everything at once, I think that probably makes it a very difficult journey.
Follow your passion, develop your talents, and really the network is what's going to help you get things done.
Never underestimate the power of connections.
The key to success at Michigan State is bringing your passion every day to what you do.
I wish that I had known more about the land grant history here and how that really informs things today and how that informs the identity for Spartans.
One of the earliest thoughts is how important human resources was as I was seeking to set up a solid start, helping me get benefits set up, medical, retirement planning, etc.
I think what will help my transition is understanding just the sheer volume and size of Michigan State. There are people outside of your frame of reference or outside of your circle that are doing things that can impact what you're doing. And so we have to make sure that we're always aware of that, always open to collaboration.
What I found most helpful when I first started at Michigan State was to find people that had interests like I did.
I was truly under the impression that in order to promote myself, I needed to act independently. When I seized opportunities to collaborate, the opportunities increased, the productivity increased, the activity, and yes, even the fulfillment in the work increased.
Having young kids, one of the things that we found very useful was the cafeteria system. These days the cafeterias are extremely good. They're all over campus. They have very flexible hours. It's just an overall time saver for everybody.
I really wish I had known that when you come from another country, you don't bring your credit rating with you.
There is a range of multiple helpful offices here at Michigan State.
Yeah, I found the Academic Women's Forum to be really helpful. That's one avenue to meet other people in different areas of the institution.
Our departmental HR group was probably one of the most helpful groups on campus.
The MSU Library is a great partner.
I've also taken advantage of the Employee Assistance Program.
What I found particularly useful when I got here was the welcoming spirit of all the individuals and faculty members at Michigan State. It's a tremendous culture here of welcoming and inclusion, and folks really want you to succeed.
I'm also a graduate student. I think if I were to do something differently, I probably would have started my graduate studies earlier.
I would have taken more time to get moved and settled. Giving yourself time to land on the ground here, because the learning curve and the adjustment is really challenging.
I kind of wish I would have taken a little bit more focus time on planning for retirement. I can't believe how fast 25 years has passed, and realizing now if I would have put just a little bit more towards that retirement contribution, it could have even compounded faster than it did.
Not having the opportunity to really take my time to evaluate the culture and learn as much as possible about the university and different moving parts, as opposed to having to actually respond.
I'd come out of the gate doing what it is that I encourage all faculty and others who are coming into the Michigan State culture, and that is to network and to connect.
I think the important lesson is recognizing that every institution you attend or employed at is going to be different. And so with that, they're always going to have their own different culture.
I'm learning to fit into a new culture and shake it up at the same time. You have to learn how it works first, and then you have to fix it.
At MSU, understanding that there are support networks out there for folks like academic specialists, for example. Having understood that when I came to MSU and being a part of those meetings early on would have been most beneficial.
I think my most important lesson I learned at Michigan State is that the place can be small.
I think a powerful lesson about getting started at Michigan State University is take your passion, make it relevant for as many people as you can, and partner with people to advance the opportunities that Michigan State represents.
Reflect often on what your own purpose and motivation is for the work that you're doing, and be clear with yourself about why you're doing it and why you're doing it here. But if you are not clear about that, At times it can feel like you're overwhelmed, and at times it can feel like you're in the midst of chaos.
Take it one day at a time, and just remember that everyone around on campus is actually here for your success.
The challenges of being yourself for style is to have the confidence to recognize that you have the expertise, you have the skills to do well. And just like all endeavors in life, when you have the confidence and you believe in yourself, you will succeed.
You know, when you start out, you want to show them the best that you can be. You gotta go home at some point and you gotta turn it off. I think maybe we just need to say that out loud more to our new colleagues, and I wish I had known that earlier on.
How do you take a campus that is the size of MSU and make it work for you?
It takes some courage to actually state that you're looking for community and a collaborative network and partnerships and friendships. The difficulty was, hoping that they came to me, but that's not how it works.
I think my biggest challenge often in my career is just establishing that initial rapport with the faculty or the graduate students that we're working with, so that they trust you and they feel like you're part of the team.
Asking for help is absolutely appropriate.
Don't let things overwhelm you.
Get engaged.
Build relationships.
Seek out and look for opportunities.
Collaboration.
Take the opportunity to really become part of the MSU family.